We have one more minute, but we'll resume at 6 o'clock. I don't remember the word I'm looking for.
Continue past today's meeting.
Thank you.
Today's continuance of yesterday's meeting.
It's a lot quieter today than it was yesterday.
No doubt.
Yeah, romper room's not going on.
Oh my God. I'm listening to, I'm trying to do the minutes on it on YouTube and hear all these kids are screaming next door.
It's like they were playing soccer over there.
They sound like my grandkids all in the house at once.
Okay. What I'd like to do is at 6 o'clock, I'd like to reopen or continue the meeting from July 6th to this evening, July 7th at 6 p.m. So I'd like to open it, and if you'll join me in the Pledge of Allegiance, I would appreciate it. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Amen.
I am going to step out. I believe I just need to, we divided the room because it was rented, but I think they're only going to use half. I guess I'll let you do that. Thank you. Sorry about the interruption. Well, I guess what we'll go back to the new business, item number 3 from last night, and roll call, correct.
Okay. Roll call. Trustees Yeager,
Yes.
Recredo,
Here.
Bendenager, absent, and Supervisor Barlow.
Here.
It's all yours.
Okay. Okay. We'll start back with new business, item number 3, and the interview of Brigitte Saunders for the vacant trustee position. And I'll open it up to my fellow trustees to start.
I guess I'll start. Bridget. Is it Bridget?
It's Bridget.
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 I think of a bridge and a jet.
Might take me a while to get that down.
There you go.
How do you feel your experiences working at Mchenry Township will help you in this one?
Oh, tremendously. I'm very apt with going from receptionist to senior transportation to assessors, dealing with people to the road district. After a decade of being in government, I have a pretty good feel of what's expected of people and what people want, and making sure that people are taken care of. Because that's the main goal, is taking care of your community.
Not about it.
Pardon me?
For sure, guaranteed. Are you aware of, how do I say this? Mchenry Township consists of cities. Do you know which areas we cover?
The county, the townships.
Township, right.
Yeah.
Do you know which cities fall into the townships?
McHenry, Johnsburg. You probably go further up. I'm not positive about further up.
Miller Road's the cutoff.
Cut off, okay.
Yeah, Miller Road's the cutoff to the north, but it's parts of Ringwood, Wonder Lake,
Okay.
City of McHenry, a little bit of Lakemore, and John.
I know it's pretty big.
Village.
You guys got a huge budget.
And there's unincorporated areas as well.
Right.
The islands.
Yeah, I'll leave that one alone.
Yes, do that, please. That's all I really have.
Are you aware of our fabulous salary?
Yes, it's 0. Yes, believe me, I investigated that. And we even give our guys $100 a meeting up in Richmond. But we didn't before, because we had a very old board, and they felt like it was more of a community service, a volunteer service. And then as the older ones were leaving, they're like, you're not gonna find anybody to replace us, so that's why they went ahead and gave everyone $100. But yeah, I am aware of that. So it's more of a volunteer, community service type of position. So I do know that.
So how much do you know about emergency assistance and general assistance?
I was back up in the township office. That was my first job. I've been there for 12 years.
Okay.
We didn't do a super lot. Now what we do is we hire Mchenry, and Mchenry, we send everyone to Mchenry, and Mchenry takes care of general assistance.
Yeah.
You know, prior to that, when Pat Doyle was there and Adam Metz was there, they would come in and we would have to go ahead and do all the information that was needed for the people for general assistance.
Sure.
But Paul didn't want to deal with it, so we gave it to you guys.
Yeah, so we
just
do.
took it back. For a while, we weren't doing it.
Correct.
Did he take it back?
We tossed it back. So I don't know if you understood or followed what has transpired here in Mchenry Township. The previous board wanted to abolish township government.
Yeah, I know all about it. That's another reason why I'm here.
Okay. To abolish?
No, not to abolish.
Uh-oh.
No, to keep it, because I think it's very important.
How so?
Well, because, township people, township government is crucial for people who are not in the cities. They don't have anybody. They have the county. The county the county cannot take care of all the townships. It'll be a total catastrophe if that happens, especially with snow plowing. There's no way they can handle it. You know, so I think it's very important, especially for the senior transportation. I'm very supportive of that. And I really think there needs to be something for the younger people, the younger moms who need help with the kids. There's a balance.
That leads me into, why do you really want to dig into township government? I mean, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, well.
But why join with your employment and get on a board in the community where you live?
Because I can service the community. I mean, I can't service up there. I can't be a trustee. I don't live in Richmond.
Okay, and I understand that.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that you're employed up there.
Right.
And you're doing probably as much or if not more as an employee in that township, making sure that everybody is taken care of, as you've mentioned before.
Part of my job.
And then coming here to do, I guess my question is, what do you believe that the township of Mchenry needs? And
what does it need?
Yeah, I mean, I guess from you mentioned the word legislative side.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to see happen, as I assume?
Well, I like to get more.
What is not working?
Well, I see what happens in Richmond,
Mm-hmm.
and I see what the trustees do in Richmond. Obviously, we're a much smaller community.
Correct.
They do good for the community. Those are some things that I cannot do.
Okay.
I'm more of a service-orientated person.
Sure.
I answer the phone. I take care of their needs. I can't do any big things that the trustees can do. You know what I mean? I can't vote for senior transportation in or out, or more things for senior transportation, or go for the grants, or anything like that. I can't do anything like that. And remind you, I'm at the road district now. I've been in the road district for 5 years now.
Oh, okay.
So I've been around for 12 years up there, but I've hit like every department. So road district is now my baby that I'm taking care of. Yeah.
Sure. You also mentioned that you have a senior service experience. You were a senior service advisor. Where did you do that?
Richmond?
That was in
That was
Richmond?
my first position up there. I was receptionist, took care of senior services. That was back in 2010.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was a very viable program back then. Since it's slowly deteriorated.
What programs did you have at the beginning?
We had, they still have two times a week. They pick them up for shopping,
Okay.
doctor's appointments. We used to do activities here. We used to bring them here,
Yep.
but that kind of got shut off because all money. But they still do the every two times a week. They do shopping, Wednesdays and Fridays, doctor's appointments. They still have that.
Okay, so when you, I'm kind of trying to understand the services and the differences between the two.
Between the two?
Yeah.
I think you guys I think they're pretty much the same, but don't you guys have more activities too?
Correct. That's,
See, yeah, we don't do that.
So you're telling me that today you go shop, the program consists of 2 times a week going shopping.
Correct.
They don't bring them down here
They
because
bring
of
them-
cost?
No, they bring them to Mchenry to shop on
Correct.
Fridays, Wednesdays up there. They don't do the activities because of the cost. They cut that out a while ago.
Who was charging for them to come here and?
It's like $3 a ride.
Oh. it's
No, the
two-
cost of the gas.
Transportation, okay.
Right, the gas, the employees, they kept on losing money, they kept on losing grant money.
Yep,
So it'd be slowly going down, so they had to cut somewhere,
sure.
you know, but they do donate a little bit, but basically, we're taking care of it.
Yeah. What do you do at Team Enterprise?
I am a distributor, I'm a demo girl.
Okay.
So I go to Jewel and I serve alcohol.
Oh, okay.
I demo the Bacardis, the Grey Gooses, things like that. Very fun job. I'm out there in the public. I usually do McHenry, Fox Lake, and Antioch.
Okay.
So I know a lot of people. Like, oh, Bridget, you're back. What are you sampling today?
There you go. And we heard about, can you just tell us about your business, Now Hear This, so that it's on the record?
I opened up Now Here This 16 years ago. Me and 2 other girls. And we've been there for 16 years servicing our clients. We came from McHenry and opened up shop in Johnsburg. Very dedicated, that's my life, that's my job.
Sure.
I don't think of it as a job because I just really enjoy doing it and taking care of people.
Sure.
You know, that's who I am. Seriously.
Yep, no, I understand.
And there's a lot more previous that I didn't put on my resume. I figured 16 years was good enough.
So what do you consider a strength that you would bring to the board?
Positive attitude, kind of have no knowledge of how government works, how townships work, which is very helpful, because I know when I first started, I didn't know anything about townships. You know, what do? You know, all that kind of stuff. Know the legalities of township government, just by experiencing it through what I've seen for the last decade being up there.
Sure.
I think a lot of it is taking care of people. I have no problems with that, as you can see.
Yeah.
I am a service-oriented person.
Sure.
And I think with my strengths of what I have, I would be a good asset for you guys.
How open are you to trainings that become available for board members?
Oh.
They can be downstate, they could possibly be overnight.
As long as
roster.
I have advance notice, and that this is my Bible, I call it, this is my appointment book, it goes with me everywhere. Yeah, I have no problems with that, as long as I know in advance. Rearrange my clients. You guys meet every third Thursday, correct?
Second
Every
Thursday.
second Thursday, okay, so it's a Thursday night, okay. Which is, no, I don't work on Thursday nights. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, different story.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
It just depends upon the client.
Yeah.
You know, independent contractor, I have my clientele base. I'm not a salon that's open that takes walk-ins. I have my clientele base and I know my people. So they always pre-book before they go. So if I have something going on, I just mark it off in my book. I'm like, okay, we have to go a week before, a week after. And they're accommodating and I'm accommodating.
Sure. So outside of the township employment, Team Enterprise, and your hair salon, what else are you involved in?
On the boating, fishing, gardening, you know, things like that.
Any other service organizations?
No. I used to be a CNA.
Okay.
You know, I used to do that back in the day. And basically I did that. I moved my parents here from Arizona because they were old and they needed help. So I went and I got my CNA certificate because I wanted to make sure I was doing it right.
Yeah.
And I took that and to be honest with you, it cost me $1,000 to take the class.
Sure.
So my goal was I'm gonna go get a job, make $1,000, break even. I got the knowledge. I can take care of my parents. I can go to the doctors and understand what they're saying.
Yeah.
And I just got I couldn't leave my people. Because you get attached to them, you know what I mean?
Sure.
So I had a very hard time leaving that job, but my back gave out on me, and it's like, okay, you know, hair is my passion more than that. Because it is back-breaking, let me tell you. High respect for CNAs, more so than nurses.
Absolutely. No, I can share something later on if you'd like, but I completely understand the healthcare industry. My 2 daughters are nurses, so it's one of those things that I get. So, on one thing, you said you were a past treasurer. Is that the Hairdresser Association?
Treasurer, I guess.
For the Homeowners Association.
Yeah.
Is that, okay.
That was Belmar and Boat Saddle. And I take
Didn't
money.
like that experience.
I take money very seriously. It's not my money, especially at the road district.
Yeah.
I mean, they have to come to me. You know that. I'm very careful with the budgets. It's not my money.
Yeah.
It's the people's money.
Correct.
And I make sure that it's taken care of properly and not abused. Did the same thing with my my associations. Actually, Belmar, we had to get a new pool, and I had 3 homeowners that put their name on the loan. It was a 7-year loan, and I promised that I would be there and make sure everything was taken care of until that loan was paid off. I mean, that was my responsibility as a treasurer to make sure everything was taken care of.
So what is one of your greatest weaknesses?
My greatest weaknesses would be, God, that's a one. No one's asked me that in a long time. I'm a sucker for kids.
That's a weakness?
That is a weakness. That is a
How?
weakness.
Explain that.
Oh, you know, grandkids, whatever, you know, little kids, yeah. I mean,
So you feel as though you're taking advantage by that?
absolutely. Doesn't every grandparent?
Absolutely. I don't have too much. Actually, I don't have anymore. I would ask if John or Mark have anything else that they're wanting to understand.
Sure. What opportunities or things do you see that the township needs to improve?
Yeah.
Here?
Yes.
I think, well, I know you guys went through a lot, the past administration. And I think a lot of that, some of that stuff needs to be rebuilt. I think a lot of it was taken away that didn't need to be. A lot of it still has been in store, especially the senior transportation. You know, so I saw all that going on, and I really wasn't happy about what I saw. Now that that regime is out and the new one's in, it's coming back. Gonna take a little while, you know what I mean, because it costs money. But I think you guys are doing a great job. I really do. I mean, it's come a long way from where it was in a hole, and you guys have brought it up. You know.
To follow up to what you just said,
Yeah.
how do you feel about raising taxes to bring back some of the services that we have to do it?
I think there's other ways we could probably do it. I think raising taxes on people right now in this economy is not a good thing. A lot of the seniors can't afford it. A lot of people can't afford their houses because of their taxes. You know, I mean, I'm sure there's other things out there that we could do. Offhand, I couldn't tell you. I mean, I just haven't really, just talking.
Right.
But I think raising taxes is not the answer. You know, what is? I don't know. We can investigate it.
Absolutely. What are some, I'm still interested in, what are some things, you know, you talked about the trustees do up in Richmond.
Well, I don't want to give out too much information.
Well, no, I think it's a learning process. It's
Okay.
an exchange of information.
Well, yeah, but we can exchange it off of YouTube too.
But what goes, let's ask it this way, I'll ask Kevin. What do they do well that you like, that you'd like to see continued in other places?
You know what? They really take care of their community. They are very involved. They want to help everyone out. There's been people on the board previously who, I gotta be careful of what I say, now that I know I'm being recorded. I don't wanna say took advantage of it, of the situation. I know you're in, you know, it's, yeah, and now that's not how it should be. Everyone's equal. You know, I might know you, I might know you, I might do your hair and have a better relationship with you. I shouldn't give her more.
So everybody has to stand on their own 2 feet.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And you gotta work together as a team.
Exactly.
There's no I in team.
So, so that takes me to your thoughts on winning and losing in a debate versus consensus. Can you come to a consensus? You know, let's say there's something controversial in front of the board, and you may see it differently than the rest of the board. Can you come to a consensus and support the decision as a whole, or would you stand your ground and continue to think that your way was the right way?
I would consent because it's a majority rules, and I would have to abide by what the majority would say. Yes, I would consent. Would I have my opinion? Yeah, I would have my opinion. I am very opinionated. You could probably tell by just talking to me. I'm very strong in some of my views.
Sure.
But yeah, you have to conform.
Well, I see consensus as not confirmation. It's conforming. It's being able to own the decision that's being made, even though you are opposed to it or have a different view of it. It's coming together, and it's the right thing, or not the right thing.
Well, acceptance.
Yeah, acceptance, and be able to outwardly convey that acceptance and work towards that goal, rather than
Fight it.
continue to fight it.
Yeah, yeah. No, I would not continue to fight it. I mean, you're married, right?
Yes. Well, no, in a long-term relationship.
Same here.
Yeah,
But yeah, you have to give it, and yeah, exactly.
certainly.
Kind of the same thing in a sense, you know, except for you have more people involved.
Yeah, there's certainly way more people. It's, yes, I don't remember the exact number, it just came out the other day from the census on how many people are actually in the township.
It was a little over 45,000,
Yeah,
That's a lot. That's a lot.
20,000 households.
yeah. I saw that the other day. I don't have anything else, to be honest with you. Mark?
No,
Nothing?
nothing else?
Well, do you have any questions you'd like to ask us?
No, I think we asked a lot of questions at the very beginning.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
It's anything. We're pretty transparent here. I mean, obviously.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm good. I did my homework.
Okay. Well, at this time, what I'd like to do is thank you for your time in the interview.
Well, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. We appreciate you taking time out of your day. That's definitely the important part of it. And it's good to know that there are people that are still willing to work for the community. That's the big thing. Is,
No.
I won't go into the whole post-COVID employment situation, but so what we are going to do now is we're going to move down. There is no old business at 4 to talk about from yesterday. But what we are going to do is, if we get a motion to go into executive session.
I'll make that motion to
Okay.
executive session.
Second.
Okay. All those is that a roll call or?
Yeah.
All those in favor of executive session?
Aye.
Aye. Any nays? We're going to go into executive session at 6:23 p.m. We'll be back.
Okay. So that's something new.
Would have been like that.
I thought you were going to do both of us today. So they interviewed you
I
yesterday.
think the issue is that they'd already announced that the meeting was going to happen yesterday. So from a public standpoint, they couldn't cancel it because it had already been announced. So they still had to have it, but then continue it to today.
Gotcha.
Because if anybody was here yesterday, then they would know that we were doing. Like they have to. There's a certain amount of notification time they have to give.
Right. Yeah, I do know that. Because actually I called Gary yesterday and I'm like, I'm on your website and I don't see an agenda for Thursday. I go, are we still on? He goes, yeah. He goes, I'm just gonna continue it because I don't wanna have to put another agenda out there. All right, just making sure. I didn't wanna show up and not have anybody here. Oh. So what do you do, Adam?
Professional life, regular life. I mean, I work for a company called Stericycle.
Okay.
Handle medical waste. So when you go to your doctor's office, you see the Sharps container on my company. Handles all of that for hospitals, doctor's offices. And I'm one of our pricing analysts. So I do like how much we're charging.
Ah,
It's fun.
I bet it is. You've been doing that for a long time?
Been there, it'll be 8 years this year. Before that, I worked at the Chase here in Johnsburg for 6 years.
Yeah.
So it's always been like banking, finance.
Oh, it's what you're good at.
Yeah. That's where I met my wife. So now we live in Johnsburg.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where in Johnsburg are you?
Over in like Sunnyside Estates, sort of across from the Mobile.
Okay.
And like the liquor store that's going in used to be the pizza joint.
Pizza, yeah.
Like in the neighborhood across the street.
Yeah. That's a nice area.
Yeah, we like it.
And any kids?
We just had twins.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Yeah, we just had twins in the middle of May.
Oh boy.
It's busy.
One's bad too.
It's busy.
But it
That's
is.
what people have said, but we don't have a basis for comparison. If we had one and then had twins,
Right,
we'd be
yeah.
like, oh my god, this is so much harder. But
It is what it
now
is.
this is just what we know.
Right.
So-
Exactly. Well, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
Yeah. So, what about you? I heard that obviously you got your business in Johnsburg. You live in Johnsburg also?
I live in Mchenry.
Okay.
I live across the street from Chapel Hill Guffers
Oh, gotcha.
and Chapel Hill Oaks, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm over there. We've been over there for 3 years. And then I was over at Boat the Saddle, and then I was in Belmont. So I've been in the area for
Yeah.
a long time.
Yeah, I liked it when I worked here at the Chase. When I worked at the Chase, I lived in Round Lake, and I liked it. So we looked to move over here.
Yeah.
Found a place unincorporated, so
I'm with you.
a little more cost effective.
Well, not just that. I think it's a little more friendly. Working with townships versus the city, big difference.
The only detractor from where we're at is like, I remember the first year we moved in, there were these punks that lived next door, and they thought it would be fun to play fireworks. So I was pointing them in our house. We had a firework literally puncture the front wall and come into a bedroom.
Oh my gosh.
And we had to call the county for that. And it was like, well, did you have video of it happening? And I'm like, no, but here's the hole in my house. And again,
We put the
we
fire
didn't
out.
see it, so we don't know who did it. And I'm like, come on. And meanwhile, these jerks are standing next door laughing.
Laughing.
So I would say like, if you don't need county services,
Right.
you're good.
Because they take a while.
Yeah.
They take a while.
Yeah. I think the sheriff lives not too far from us too. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's good. Overall now it's a good neighborhood though.
They get rid of the riffraff.
Yeah, they were just renting, so they were out.
Oh, yeah. No. They don't care. Renters don't care. No. They have no buy-in at all. So what made you make you apply for this?
I actually applied for the trustee position in October last year when Michelle got her position.
Yeah.
And just trying to get more involved with the community.
Yeah.
Not happy with the way certain things are. Wasn't happy with the prior regime.
Oh.
My wife and I started a Facebook page called What's Going On in Johnsburg.
Okay.
It's like a local community group.
Yeah.
And so like lots of people on there that complain about stuff they're not happy with, and it was just a way to make a difference.
Yeah. And vent and get people's opinions. And, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. What's that called? I'm gonna write that down. Is it still up?
Yeah, it's called What's Going On in Johnsburg.
What's going on, John?
Yeah.
I got a pencil in this purse of mine. Check it out.
Yeah, as long as you live in, were born in, grew up in, whatever, have some sort of tie to Johnsburg.
Yeah. What's going on, Johnsburg?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I've had my shop for 16 years, so I think I'd be okay.
Yeah, and there's two. There's two What's Going On in Johnsburg. One is like a community page, and the other one is an advertising page.
Okay.
So like we have businesses that go on that one, just like you just post, a couple times a week or whatever that you have deals going on, or you have you know, events or whatever.
Oh, that's cool.
And then the two pages can see each other, so.
That's an awesome idea. Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you. So, yeah. I know I was driving by and I saw the position on the marquee. And I'm like, here's my opportunity to try to make a difference in the community. Just experiencing what I see in Richmond. Small community, kind of like a Johnsburg community. I mean, it's relatively small. And, you know, the things that the new board has come in and try to do and try to help and, you know.
Yeah, I remember when Richmond was basically just a bunch of antique stores.
Yep.
And now it's like, all that's gone, but a couple of good restaurants.
Yeah.
Stuff to do.
And Anderson's Candy. You know, today is the World Chocolate Day.
Is it? Yeah. I've actually never been in there. We always go over to Riverside.
Yeah. Yes, that's very good too. Yeah, support the community. Gotcha. But they're both expensive.
Yeah,
Good
we'd rather.
stuff's not cheap.
I mean, I'd rather spend a couple extra bucks and they make it versus, you know,
Right.
buying online or buying it at Walmart or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
You know, we always end up like getting people gifts from there for holidays and stuff.
Did you get like chocolate cigars when you had the twins?
I didn't. That's actually a great idea. Candy cigarettes or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, the hospital experience of having kids now is drastically different than it was a couple of years ago. Obviously because of COVID.
Oh
But
yeah.
then, like they were 6 weeks early, so they stayed at the Chateau de NICU for a few weeks.
Where at?
Out in Huntley, because Mchenry doesn't do labor and delivery anymore.
I know, isn't that
So
ridiculous?
we had to schlep out to Huntley every day. And so they don't have a nursery anymore where all of the babies are located. They have private rooms for the babies.
Really?
And the only people allowed are the parents. Couldn't have anybody visit. So we have like my wife's parents, you know, my family, everybody wanted to see the kids and they couldn't. Nobody could see them until they came home.
So how long were they in there for?
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Yeah. So it kind of puts a kibosh on, you know, like any sort of celebration or
Yeah.
anything. I guess if they didn't have to go in the NICU, they would have just been in their room with my wife,
Yeah.
and then people could come in and see. But they're still only allowing like one visitor.
How big were they?
4 pounds and like 2 and 3 ounces.
Wow.
Real tiny.
Yeah.
So, but now I think they just had they're just about at their 2-month, and one of them is just over 8 pounds, and the other one is, I don't know, half a pound under 8 pounds.
Yeah. Boy, girls?
So, both girls.
Both girls. Oh, good luck for you.
Yeah, and my mother-in-law lived with us, so it's my wife, my mother-in-law, the 2 daughters, girl dog. I have
You are outnumbered.
I have one guy dog, and that is my other male household presence.
Yeah.
I'm outnumbered.
Yes, you are. That's kind of nice though that your mother-in-law's there,
Yeah.
just to kind of help you guys out of the house.
Yeah. Well, and, I mean, I don't know. I have a friend who has a young daughter, and she comes home every week with some other illness, and then they both get sick. So it's just a constant stream of illness. So we need to avoid that.
Yes.
It's also just nicer to, you know, be raised by someone that's your family versus, you know, being.
Yeah, I raised my grandson. I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
Instead of a stranger. You know, you can't get the love from a family that a stranger can't give you. That.
No, and you just hear horror stories about like how they don't properly vet employees, or employees are having a bad day, so they like take it out on a kid.
Kid,
It's
right.
just terrible.
I mean, we do the same thing, but it's different. It's our
It's
kid.
your family, yeah.
It's like, it's okay. Yeah, but
Definitely life changing.
yes. Yes. For the good.
They came the weekend of our shower too, so it's just gonna be a lifetime of bad timing, I think.
It'll get better as they get older. But then they're gonna get married, so you better start saving now.
So listen, we tried for 3 years to have babies. we worked a lot with the little, facilities that I really like. We basically paid to manufacture them. They can pay for college and wedding and.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, try to explain that to them when they're
I know.
in their 20s, going,
I know.
Dad, I need some money.
I know, or when they cry. Don't say no.
Yeah. Yeah, my daughter got married 3 years ago, and I'm a widow. My husband passed away 20 years ago. And she's like, so, etiquette is that the parents of the bride pays for the wedding. I go, really? I go, let me see that Emily Post book, because she's not a single parent. I put you through college. I'm not taking a mortgage out to get you married. Sorry, honey.
Weddings are expensive, yeah.
Yeah, I'll help you.
Phenomenally expensive.
Yeah, but I'm not sorry.
I mean, we got married 8 years.
Question for you guys. Do you know if they have extension cords available for use?
I don't know. I think that closet is just chairs.
Okay,
don't
that's all right.
think
Thank you. Go run to Walmart real quick.
I mean, my wife and I got married 8 years ago, and it was a sizable amount. I can only imagine how much more it is now, but it's not worth it. They just blink in the day over.
You're right, because you know what? She's my venture one. She got married in Alaska
That's sweet.
on a mountain,
That would have
on
been
a glacier. You call it glaciers up there. So there was probably 12 people who made the trip.
Well, yeah, it's like, hey, we're going on this trip to get married. If you want to come,
Right.
come along. If you don't, or what?
Yeah. So a month later, they come back and they have this reception.
Yeah.
And now she's like, it wasn't worth it. I'm like, listen to your mother.
Just do a big barbecue or something.
Exactly. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. But she had to have it, so I'm like, go for it.
Yeah,
It's your life.
we went on a honeymoon in Hawaii.
Oh, nice.
For 2 weeks. Like, we saved for years for that.
Yeah.
And like, looking back now, we should have just gotten married there, because people would have come if they wanted to. If they didn't want to, they wouldn't have.
Yeah.
And we would have spent more time there,
Yep.
because we wouldn't have to pay for the wedding. Like, but yeah.
It's amazing these days. I know my son, who's 28, says to me about 2-3 weeks ago, he goes, can I get married in your backyard? I go, if that's what you want, because that's what I did. We got married at the church. We went out for a nice dinner with the immediate family. We had this big party. I'm like, that's what you want? I go, I'm in. I go, save your money, man.
That's Rentals Got Tents.
Yep, that's all you need. Some music, a little alcohol.
They'll even rent you a dance floor.
Yeah, same way. You're right. Yeah. Yeah, but it is crazy. Everything's crazy these days. No one in sight. So did you hear us?
I'm sure the public would.
Okay.
You were good.
We'll reconvene the meeting at 6:38 p.m. And what we'll do is we're going to continue item 3 from an action standpoint now from yesterday's motion. And what I'd like to do is ask each person here, 2 board members and myself will be voting. And should there be a tie, don't know how that'll work, but the clerk would in turn break the tie. That's the way the law is written. So I guess I'll start on this side. Or
We need a
just-
motion to vote.
The motion, I guess, would somebody provide a motion to vote for the replacement
I
trustee?
make the motion to
I'll
take a
second.
vote.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second.
Always.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Holding me accountable is good. What I'd like to to do is call, I guess we'll do it in a roll call fashion. I'll go from my right to my left. John, how do you vote?
Adam Schaefer.
I will go over there to Mark Yeager.
Bridget.
Okay. And I will vote for Adam Schaefer. So 2 votes for Adam, 1 for Brigitte. Is that correct? No.
You're good, Bridget.
Bridget. Close enough. So with that being, I think business is concluded. If we have a motion for adjournment.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Okay.
Second.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Meeting is closed.